There is absolutely a youth mental health crisis happening in Colorado. There's a youth mental health crisis happening across the United States. People are having a much harder time meeting their basic needs, which puts so much more stress on the family, which results in higher rates of mental health crisis for youth and families. So Aris and his family are a very typical family that we see at the Tennyson Center. Their stories are ones that I've heard from many different families.
Before we got involved with Tennyson Center, we were having a really tough time struggling with Aris's behaviors and his mental health. He was becoming very aggressive and violent and just really struggling with how to express himself appropriately. The biggest contributor to his behavior was feeling angry around the abuse that he suffered from his stepfather and not really knowing where to place that anger. The only thing I knew to do was call 911, hope that, an ambulance would come. They would do an M1 hold, they would do hospitalization. And at the time, they would keep him for 10 days and he'd come home with the same exact behavior. And I knew we just needed more help. My goal with getting involved with Tennyson Center was to hopefully keep Aris out of hospitals, keep Aris out of danger, and keep him out of jail. Oh, and here's Aris. Come on in. Do I get a hug? A happy Monday? Put your arm down. Don't be goofy.
What was it like for you when you were getting hospitalized?
Scary. I didn't get to go to a lot of different events. I didn't make a lot of friends. The friends I did make, I didn't really keep because I'd leave in a week after I met them to go to another hospital.
He really lost a whole year of education. Instead of being able to have some positive social interactions, even if it would have been wearing a mask and being outside, he just got negative social interaction for a good year and a half, because it was just hanging out with kids who had even worse behaviors. And I think where he was already depressed, it just made him sadder because it just made him feel like he was bad or he was in trouble and that everybody was giving up on him. We've been working with Tennyson Center now for 3 years, and we've been able to work with Gregory, we've been able to work with Elena, and been able to work with Clara.
Now, what do you feel like me and Elena and Gregory, what have we helped you with?
We're like both 3 different Jedi Masters who teach 3 different things. Elena, with a green lightsaber, taught me about my emotions. Gregory, I guess, taught me how to calm my nerves and do activities to calm my nerves. And then you with the blue lightsaber, you taught me about the anger iceberg and how to really be in depth with myself.
Through our 3 years with Tennyson Center, Aris has become a completely different child. He went from being really violent and aggressive to now having coping skills, being able to realize when he's done wrong and how to fix his behavior and how to really identify what's going on with him. We have Miss Skylar, who's a year old, and with a lot of Aris's struggles, the big concern was that he was not going to be able to understand splitting attention with a new baby or be safe with a new baby. And so at the time, the therapist that he was working with did a lot of role playing and conversation with him around what it meant to be a big brother, what it meant to be a mentor, and what it would mean to have somebody looking up to him.
When it comes to my sister, she's like the world to me. I really like being a big brother. She's become one of my motivations for staying out of hospitals. I don't want to miss her growing up, and I don't want to scare her when I have these blow-ups.
Hospitalizations have decreased a lot while working with Tennyson Center, and when it does happen, it's always around a significant stressful event. But when he comes home, Tennyson Center immediately is on top of it, working with him right away to get him back on track.
It's helped a lot of my relationships with my mom, my grandma, my friends, my sister.
What about your relationship with yourself?
Before I'd put myself down like, oh, I can't do this, oh, I hate myself. And now I'm like, I got this, I love myself, I can do this. Mental health is really important just because you see what happened to me. That my mental health was really bad, and with good mental health, you can live your best life.
People need to support Tennyson Center if they want to have a healthy Colorado, because as our kids are getting older, they're going to be the people that are making decisions. And if they're not healthy, then the state won't be healthy.